Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Welcome to KE Wrestling News, your favorite wrestling news channel. And today we'll be discussing Night of Cash Grab. Oh, I'm sorry, Night of Champions. Why would it be called Night of Champions, David? If all the championships weren't defended, I don't want to lie to my audience like some people. It's not Night of Champions. It's Night of Cash Grab. All the belts weren't defended, David. David, don't interrupt me again with that nonsense. Sorry, producer. We will be reviewing and discussing Night of Champions and everything that went down. To start the night, we have pandering Cody Rhodes. Oh, sorry. Typo. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the men's King of the Ring final, which isn't really anything anymore because who cares about King of the Ring? There's no robe, there's no throne, there's no scepter. Once Cody Rhodes wins, they're not even going to mention King of the Ring or the fact that he has it. They're just going to talk about the SummerSlam title shot. With that being said, this match is nothing really to write home about, which will be a running theme for tonight. Just regular new age psychology, finisher kick out, nothing too crazy. With Cody Rhodes hitting a crossroads to finish Randy off with a 1-2-3. And of course, it wouldn't be pandering Cody Rhodes without him grabbing the mic and saying, "I love you, Randy. I respect you, Randy," randomly mentioning Jey Uso, and then finishing it off by saying that John Cena or CM Punk is just a placeholder until he gets the ball back. And then we have the GOAT, the great Michael Cole, call him the quarterback, which is crazy because he's not the champion. Shut your ass up, Michael Cole. I need to stay professional. Michael, shut your ass up. Now, let's move to a part of the show where a lot of you turned your brain off and turned your goon factory on. We have the goon queen herself, Rhea Ripley, Mommy, versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. Again, nothing too crazy to write home about. Simple, calm street fight, which really shouldn't go together. But there was nothing too crazy that happened. I know a lot of you probably enjoyed when Rhea Ripley was bound and got whipped with the kendo stick, you little freaks. And a lot of you probably also enjoyed when Raquel was getting beat with a belt. My tongue got a little thick there, but Raquel. Another cool spot was when Rhea Ripley got power bombed through the announce table cover. Really cool spot, really innovative. I've never seen that before. Another cool spot was the finish, of course, when Raquel Rodriguez got riptide from the top rope off of a table. Very nice, very cool. One more thing I would like to mention, Roxanne Perez came through and got packed the fuck up. Excuse my language, I need to stay professional. She came through, didn't really turn the tide in Raquel's favor. She got a trash can put on her head and then got kicked to space. With that being said, Mommy came out on top after whooping two people's ass. Now, let's get to a match that was thrown on the card simply for sympathy's sake. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. This match didn't really have that much story, didn't really have that many layers. It was simply, we're in Saudi, we gotta get Sami on the card. These two together, cool match, nothing too crazy. Chemistry was actually pretty decent. I don't know if they did any indie work together, but the chemistry was cool, nothing too crazy. But can we please get Sami involved in a storyline that doesn't involve Jey Uso or the Bloodline? Can we get back to getting Sami Zayn somewhere important? And also, if we wanted to do something interesting, Karrion should have won. But we all know WWE wanted to get out of Saudi safe, so Sami had to get the dub. Karrion deserves better. Sami deserves better. Let's give them a proper feud, please. There's nothing else to say about this match. I had to run from some Samoans. They're everywhere. With that being said, I gotta do this fast because I can hear them. They're like a stampede. Let's get to Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. Now, this was the shocker of the night. This was the, oh my God, WWE has some balls. We got Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. Solo beat Jacob. Jacob is no longer undefeated. Does this matter? No, because they're not going to push Solo. If they were going to push Solo, they would have pushed him after his Roman Reigns feud. With that being said, we all know this is just going to lead to Jacob Fatu getting his belt back at SummerSlam. We know this is going to be a building block for Jacob Fatu. Solo will end up being the back burner, and once it's over, he will be nothing to them again. We got a debuting Hikaloa, who is apparently 7 foot. Michael Cole, I think your eyes are playing tricks on you. We got a returning Tongaloa who didn't botch it. And then we also saw JC who helped Solo beat Jacob Fatu. So they protected Jacob. He didn't look weak and things of that nature. But the real question is, where the hell was Jimmy Uso? Jade looked amazing, didn't she? Like, let me tell you something. Jade, ooh, that's a beautiful woman right there. She came out looking like all right, Jade versus Asuka for the Queen of the Ring final. This was Jade's best match in WWE, and we're going to give credit to Asuka because Asuka is so great. She pulled out something excellent in Jade. But let's not get it twisted. Jade has been improving since she had returned from her injury. She's steadily getting better, and she is definitely improving. With that being said, I think the more important headline is Saudi. They wasn't fans of the storm. I don't know if they don't like rain, sleet, and snow, but they weren't a fan of Cargill. They were solidly behind Asuka. With that being said, Jade Cargill is your queen of the ring. Again, she gave it some aura because she looks like a god, but again, no throne, no scepter, no robe. But Tiffy versus Jade at SummerSlam. Sign me up. Now, y'all gonna have to give me a second here. John Cena, never seen 17. GOAT, the last real champion, versus CM Punk, Second City Saint, best in the world, voice of the voiceless. One last time, another chapter in my childhood closed yesterday, and so the magic was there, the chemistry was there. Cena, Punk, one last time. Again, I felt like it was a little bit of aura missing because it wasn't in the States, but they made it work. You felt it. You felt they were portraying the yin and yang, this whole build up. So I was still locked in. Now there's a debate that Cena and Orton was better. It was. But all in all, it was an enjoyable match. We got the story. There was a story being told between Punk and Cena, something that they've been able to do excellent every time they were in the ring together. So even though it wasn't a instant classic, a 5-star match for me, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again simply because of the history and my emotional ties to the match. But I think it was more about the story being told between Cena, having hesitation with some of his acts and antics and them sowing seeds of a babyface turn. I don't care if Cena retires babyface or heel. I just want him to retire with the belt. There's a story being told with Seth Rollins coming out with him and his crew, Penta coming out, Sammy coming out, and all of those things. But the never seen 17, the GOAT, the undisputed champion, John Cena retained his belt at Night of Cash Grab. Overall, I thought the event was okay. It was cool. It was better than I thought it was going to be. But we have to change the name from Night of Champions. It's not Night of Champions if every belt is not being defended. That's just a fact. You can't argue with me on that. There's nothing you can say that can make me change my view or make me change my view that it is a cash grab. There's nothing you can do. The check is already cashed. Why do you think they're going back for the Royal Rumble next year? Money, 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 money. With that being said, overall, it was cool. It was enjoyable. I was also a little inebriated, so I think that helped me enjoy the show. But overall, let me know your comments. Let me know if you enjoyed the first episode of KEWN channel, and let me know if you would like to see more.